Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, guys? What's going on? Crassus here. It is time for some game dev. What's good? How you guys doing? I was sick a little bit, so I was off. I mean, I am partially green screened, and I'm kind of okay with it. What's going on? What's new? With me, not much. Sort of, feeling a little bit better now, which is good. Let's see. So we've got some new things that have happened in the world. Being one is, if we haven't checked out the Kickstarter yet, you can look at it right there. It's 203 people who are part of it. You can be part of the flying squad too by clicking that button. We also have a link tree. I don't know if it's, I don't have a command for that yet. Just link tree. We'll put a little hyperlink in front of it. A little link tree guy. The link tree guy brings you to this whole thing, and there's a new World of Grimm Discord you can click on and go over there. We're starting to have a community Discord that people can come in and talk World of Grimm together. That's what's going on with that. Well, let's see here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and play 3 or 4 games. Let me make a deck. Let me make a deck based on. We started to tierify cards. So I'm gonna make a deck based on tiering, based on cards that are tiered. Let's see if it works out. Anyways. Filter. Filter. Filter only tier 1. Alright, so tier 1 is bigger woman. Tier 1 is dark omen. Is peasant. I need to not have this. This is the start. If I were to do that instead of center line, how's it going? So if I were to go in here, real quick, before we keep building, I change this from upper center to upper left. Doesn't look bad. I'm okay with that. Yeah. What's up, Bob? Water Tart, how you doing? Good morning. Great, man. What else is on this build? Let's build. So we have 3 cards that are one mana. So let's get the Frog King in here. Get Town Mouse. I'm doing great, man. Minus this cough. Needs to go away. Wise Servant. Yes. Shoemaker. They're kind of inverted. A Mother Toad. Okay. Even better, that's what I'm talking about, man. Good to hear it. Working on your game as well? Awesome. Very cool. Cinderella. Cinderella. Nice and transparent t-shirt. You like it? I figured I was gonna change it up a little bit, have a little bit of fun there. No white. The giant. Okay. We have 4 more cards to add to this deck. The balance is pretty high on 3 drops. Another 2 drop. And Meld's not a bad card to add to this, but I don't think it works that well. High Piper. The token. Because the rat will get buffed by the Frog King. And in another 4 drop. Then we add a talking cat. Top of random card your opponent deck to your hand. Yeah, that's cool. And our curve looks pretty good. We can use another 5 mana card. How many spells? 1 spell. Yeah, no, yeah, Mind Meld. Mind Meld is a spell. Okay. that is our starter deck. So this is starter deck 1. Okay. Yeah, let's see how this plays. There's a chance it's gonna suck. A hollow. Already got wrecked. You already got wrecked turn 1. Brutal. But we don't have the fox in our hand. I feel like the fox probably should have been an auto include. All cards play this game also says. Oh, still can't play anything. Good. Oh, it's kicked. Odd kick. Do you like the new effect, guys? You see that new effect? I'm gonna turn this strong. Apparently dusk +2 power. Everything time shifts. So we're gonna play the Shoemaker. Control one side at least. The white's good. So is Valky, what's up? What are you doing? What's good? What's good? I don't have timestamps. I can never find timestamps. So weird. Okay, so play giant for the big swing to win the game. Boom. Oh, Prince Ivan. Ooh, we are lucky. So lucky. Double 2? That's not how that works. I begin that with the raid. GGD. So much appreciated, bud. You're awesome. How you been? What's new? Ohio. Okay, so been playing Cryofall. Sounds really familiar. $4 on Steam. It sounds really familiar. Is it an older game? Also, thanks so much for that. Thanks so much for the raid. Much appreciated. Give him some love. He's an awesome developer. Does mega cool things all the time. Older in Russian. Like, how Russian are we talking? Like it's only they only speak in Russian, or they have really bad Russian accents. Did I play this game? No. Like Grimm World. Factorio. Oh, nice. Calling simulation game. Very cool. I did not play this game. I'm thinking of a different game. Cryo something. It's like a MMO. Stone Shard. Stone Shard was great though. Stardew, Wormworld. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Speaking of interesting things that are happening in the world. Right. Interesting thing. Speaking of, we have a new Discord, and the new Discord is for what's it called? For World of Grimm. Being one of the first 100 people to join, you get granted a founding pioneer role, which gives you extra perks in the game, as well as instant beta testing. Mike's quiet today. I haven't touched it. Let me see. How's this? Is that better? La 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 la. What is happening? Ow. I bet. You love interesting things? Me too. Interesting things are great. Oh, cool. It worked immediately. Nice. Look at the bot doing its job. Very cool. Okay. so 6 coins. Look at me being pioneering. You're quite pioneering, aren't you? I had chat write the name of that role for me. Like, give me a name for people who are starting out in the Discord server, and they're the first 100 people. And it's like founding pioneers. I'm like, bingo! How'd you know? Look at you being great. Not just pioneers which found things, but the founding pioneers. We are pioneering pioneers. Ultimate pioneering. Be prepared. Pioneering all the way to 40k. That's right, we do. I'm right, we do. Fumbling Crypt. Bummer. No? Good mind melt. I got some town mouse for the play too. I do think we probably need. Ooh, brutal. Oh, that's good for Snow White though. Frog King is a 3-1 now. Does give. Oh, he gives the Fox and Fumbling extra too. Let's just let's not play 5 power across. I guess she should be a 2/6. King, Mind Meld, Dark Omen will kill everything here. I don't think I want that. Give me Mind Meld. See what we get. Wait for Sun, I'll take that. Whoa. Okay. Blood Packs. I should have killed him. Should have killed everything there. I didn't. Like a Dumbo. Okay. We're gonna fill up that location. Okay. I don't know how math works. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 5 is 18. Whoa. That's not how math works. Okay, so we should win this game. This should have been 18. I fail to see how that didn't work. That's broken too. Boop. Boop. It's Saturday and math taking the day off for Shabbat. This is right. Yeah, math is over it today. I don't blame it. I really don't blame it. Okay, so So, I gotta go in and switch over to collection, because I realized we did that, and then I forgot about it, which I'm not surprised about. Go over to the collection deck when you make a deck. Prefab instead. Collection, deck selection, current deck display. Cool. Okay. So then all right. Do you think because we're inspecting a card, it should have flavor text? Or it should have like It's not up all the way. Oh, it is. Do you think it should have flavor text, or it should be like let's say we click on the made of Brackle, right? It should say like over here, stats. It should say like height, weight, and flavor text or whatever. Character type. That way it can be like, we can literally say Ripple's son is kid and not a toad. We can say like Bearskin's definitely a guy. Rumpelstiltskin can be a dwarf. Useless or is useless, but people eat it up. Pronouns on everything while you're at it. Might as well. Might as well. We have to have our first they them, don't we? I feel like we should be the cursed. I feel like the cursed elder should be the first thing. Right? Like this character should be a they them. We might as well have at least one. Some of this art turned out really cool. Like, look at the cyberpunk. That's so freaking cool. Love that. So different. Okay. So now we have to create a way to check. I think we have a way to check what cards are already unlocked. Right? That's, except for it's on the collection screen. This needs to move between screens instead. Right? This unlockable, reserved for unlock, this guy, all this stuff, right? Pretty sure it's that. You like somehow reading that information. Let me see. Collection level, CCL. So, unlockables, right? Cards reserved for unlock, none. Are to be unlocked, 132. It's all of these, right? So I need to be able to read that. I need to be able to read the ones that have been unlocked so far in cards owned, right? So we need to have a locked, unlocked. So what if we set up to that deck in the deck cache, right? Go back to the deck cache system, which I think exists here. No. Menu. Yes, this guy. We need decks. All decks. Decks available for play. Decks available for AI. Like lore written for the sake of just having lore, almost always a chore for everyone to read. So we could always do flavor text, which is one line. Sometimes usually pretty good. Hearthstone did a great job at flavor text. Magic the Gathering does a pretty good job at flavor text. Implied lore, right. With it being a Grimm fairy tale game, it's a possibility that that makes sense to do, though. Right? Like, lore already exists here. Sure. Like, so if I go to Reddit and I ask what the best flavor text is, Ren believes he's the true War Chief of the Horde and keeps editing the Wikipedia page for War Chief of the Horde to include his picture. Like, that's so easy, right? I'm gonna need you to come in on Sunday for the Cruel Taskmaster. Like, it's simple things like that, right? Mire Keeper, hey, is that Mire for sale? No, I'm keeping it. Wouldn't say I love knives, I'm definitely a fan. For Fan of Knives card. Carrion Grub. Carrying my wayward grub. Like, these are... It's stupid. They're stupid, but they're so good. Forbidden Agent. This agent was banned from the local tavern after tucking a Dr. Boom up his sleeve. Like, that's... If you understand Hearthstone, that's perfect. And she's trying to have still take some mana whenever she has a stressful day. Wobbling runs, the fourth one fell off in a tragic accident. They don't talk about it. But like that's perfect, right? Yeah. Master Disguise, she's actually a male Tauren. People don't call him Master Disguise for nothing. Quick shot, Han shot first. Coming up with things like this for a beatnik style slam poem we're starting to write. Oh my goodness. Like maybe flavor text is a great idea, right? It's a lot of flavor text is a lot of work because it has to be a pun or it has to be like something that hits something else, right? Like honestly, we could have like Sleeping Beauty claim that she's the fairest in all the land instead of Snow White. It's a story about how Marty learns about being a chicken is okay as long as he can still play guitar. Right. Okay. So deck cache. List starting decks. Okay. So when we build the starting decks, we have to make sure that they get built into here. That's why we need to show cards owned in the card manager, as opposed to cards to be unlocked. The cards to be unlocked is totally fine in here. This needs to exist in the card manager because he gets saved that way. Card unlock list, cards owned. The unlock list even do. Okay. I don't think I understand what that does, to be completely fair. Even Beauty has had a century worth of beauty sleep. Imagine what she looks like. She only sleeps 50 years. Like, that's perfect. Those things are perfect. Right? Like, that's hard. It's hard to get that. To get that level of hilarity on every card. Without being someone who writes funny things constantly. I do not write funny things constantly, so that is hard. AI can't help as much with that? Exactly. No. I can't. We cannot utilize AI for writing puns and funny shit. That's hard. Yeah, it's gonna satire. This is true. Unfortunate. All right. Is being against climate change? Exactly. I'll dare it. Okay, so card manager now reads the cards owned. Cards owned. Okay. We need to run through all deck cache system starter decks. Okay. Cards owned. Card manager. Okay. Okay. Actually, the come with science fiction storylines, it always has at least one ecological suggestion. Ecological suggestion? That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Alright, so. Ow. Cards owned. Dot add. Deck cache instance starting decks. Starting decks I dot deck. Wait. There's another for loop here for J. Right? And it's deck cache manager. Starting decks I. Come on, you got this, Grass. Come on. Dot deck. Dot count. Holy goodness. Okay. Cards owned is here instead. This is I deck J. Integer. What we need to do then instead of that is find card index based on deck J dot card data dot CNAME replacer. Cool. So now we own that. So now we have to create a starter deck. Is this inside the deck cache? Which is similar to the deck that I just built. So let me take a screenshot of it. For now. See if that's good enough. It might be good. It might be good, Sam. Okay. This guy. Bloop! Okay. Starting decks. Deck SO. Oh, I have to build the deck. Okay. We'll call this starting. We'll call this P starter deck. Okay. Okay. Dark Omen's already in there. Fox is not in there for some random reason. But the Fox is probably a better choice than the Wise Servant. I'll go with that. Okay. So instead of the wolf is the giant. Then a swan maiden is Snow White. Okay, instead of Rapunzel is Cindy. No, Cindy. And the talking cat. Godmother Toad. Schumacher. Shoemaker. Town Mouse. Tom Thumb. Nope. Wise Servant. Okay. Do my hip hurts? Why does my hip hurt right now? Can it not? Pied Piper. Okay. Frog King. Beggar Woman's there. King. Fox. Mind Meld. Is that right? Beggar Woman, Peasant. We said instead of Wise Servant, we were going to do Peasant. Right? Wish I could reorder this list. That's annoying. I wish I could reorder it. Okay, so the Peasant. Alright, so we have Dark Omen. Yeah. Beggar Woman. Yeah. Peasant. Okay. Mind Meld. Frog King. Piper. Town Mouse. Not Wise Servant. Wise Servant is instead the Fox. The Shoemaker. The Godmother Toad. Talking Cat. Cinderella. Snow White. Giant. Got them all. We did it. Go team. Go Team Titans. Now, piece on deck 1. Okay. Now I should get a bunch of cards that are now mine. Cards. Cards new. Cards owned. 14. Is that right? I think it is. I think we did it. Yay! Okay. So that means if I go here, it'll be 14 less. Whoa. Okay. Okay. I have to make sure when we run this thing. Add range. That guy initialize load CCO list. Card unlock list. If this contains card unlock list. Okay. If it does not, okay, so if it does not contain, alright, so we're literally gonna go bool false. Bool add equals false. Okay. Okay. Add equals if it currently contains if it contains itself in cards. If the unlock list contains okay. So we add this to the cards to be unlocked. If cards owned contains, so if it does not contain, and then we also do if and we also have to run a for loop through all we run a for loop through all card manager starter decks. Card manager is nope, deck cache. I'll figure this out. Starting decks. Okay. For loop again. Okay. Deck cache. Starting decks. Index J. Deck.count. Okay. If they're integers. If card manager find card index based on this guy game placer. Okay. If that equals okay, so it's going to be if cards owned contains the card manager instance cards owned contains this number. We can say literally, you can say add equals not this, right? So add is currently false. Keep it so add becomes true and it becomes false again. It can. What it has to do is it has to create So a list of ints of starting deck ints. Okay. Max Play, how you doing? Music's louder than your voice. Ooh. Thanks for that. How is that? That's what you're working on. We are working on a game called War with Grimm. It's a digital collectible card game set in the Brothers Grimm universe. We actually have a Kickstarter active for it right now. And we actually also have a brand new Discord for the community of the game. It is right here. We have... I'll show you how the game looks in a second, as soon as I figure out this part of the code, because we're starting to create starter decks now. Is one of the big things, and then we're going to lock all the other cards away, so that you have to play the game to unlock the game. That's the collectible card game aspect of it, right? Hopefully the audio is a lot quieter now. I'm also about a foot to 16 inches away from my microphone. At least I'm like an arm's length away, actually. Pretty far. Okay, so let's see here. So, if I... This is getting confusing. Okay, so I gotta build this deck into the system. Right? So, through all of this, what we're gonna do here, let's get rid of this guy for now. We're actually gonna do starting deck ints, add, and it's going to be software architect at work can see what I do. Did I do a for loop and a for loop and a for loop? He chopped my head off. Hey, I'm the software architect at my own work. That's the great thing about it, man. As long as if we can get it to work and it's not that big a deal, like this only runs one time, just to see if the cards are available to unlock or not. I think it'll be okay. It also runs during a loading screen. Alright, so add. And if it sucks, we'll change it up. Add deck cache instance. Actually, it's going to be card manager, find card index. And it's going to be deck cache, starting decks, J, deck, K, dot, card name. Okay, so now we have figured that out. Then we've created a int list of that. This is, I don't want to create a list. I don't want to create a list every single card unlock. I'm not saying you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying that my SA would not approve that PR. No, yeah, totally fair. Totally fair. I didn't think I was doing it wrong either. I think there are better ways to do it. I think figuring it out first is important, and then going back and possibly fixing it. There's a thing that I lived by for a long time when I started this company. It was called MUFIN, which is make it work, fix it never, right? And so some of those things back when I started doing programming kind of stuck, but. Sometimes I go back and fix stuff now. Sometimes. Just sometimes. You're not still saying that? I have not said that in months, okay? I have not said that in months. At least months. At least you know, it's probably been a year. I just thought about it again. Like this morning, in the shower, I was like, I haven't said that in a while. No, I definitely go back and fix things. Game with Unity, yes. Do I have? Oh, please tell me some of these commands work still. Nice, they do. Okay, so Alright, so this, I have to go back and create that in the, you know what, let's do that right now. We're gonna have a start, we'll have a, create a list here, integers as well for starting deck, ints, cool. Starting deck, ints, starting deck, I guess it'd be a string. I can just parse the string instead. Because each deck could have multiple integers in it. Can I do a list of ints? I think I can. I think I'm gonna do it that way instead. That's how I'm gonna do it. My list of lists. Okay. How does that show up in the... How does that show up when you get to the actual... Get here? Is it not going to show me? Okay. So starting deck, inside, awake, inside... Start. Okay. We're gonna run a for loop through starting decks. Right? And then in those starting decks, we're going to, at the beginning of the starting deck, we will add starting deck ints add new list of ints. Right? Okay. So then we need a list. This will be deck ints equals starting deck ints dot count -1. Right? A list of integers. Okay. What? Wait, hey. I thought you were a bunch of lists. Got it. You don't have to watch a German streamer. He also makes Unity games. He coded a little system that allows him to separate all code from Unity and has only one entry point. That's pretty cool. I don't entirely know what that means because I'm not actually not a like commercially trained or university trained developer. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds cool. Makes sense. Seems like we're in the same boat then, huh? Ooh, don't mind me just dying. Okay, so... Okay, so the for loop is going to be it's going to be J, and it's going to be starting decks I dot deck dot count, and then we will literally just do deck ints dot add starting decks I dot deck J dot C name placer, and it has to be the index that we grab from it. So card integer find index. Got it. That should create that. We should then be able to print it. Deck ints string temp. I hate that it does that. I hate that I keep reading them and I'm in I already. Deck ints temp plus equals deck ints J do string. No, we'll just use string concatenation. Meep. debug that. Okay. That should work. Right? Is this gonna let me do this? For now, let's just forget this. let's comment that out for the time being until we figure this thing out. We have a starter deck. Should drop it in the console. Let's see. It worked. 84, 15, 0, 4, 16, 2, 27, 3, 129. Boom. Okay. It's all there. So that means that that list exists. That's cool. So then, back here, I now have these ints already done, right? So I can keep these guys, right? And I can run through a, okay, so I can run a for loop through card manager, starting decks, no, deck cache manager, start decks, ints. Does that count? Okay. Then we gotta run through, then we gotta make sure that if card manager instance need a number. You could just have a C#. You do not make games. You just once Flappy Bird, and that's all. Like working with gRPC. I don't know what gRPC is. What is that? gRPC. Where are you? Cross-platform, open source, high-performance remote procedure call framework. That's pretty cool. It's called Stubby. Large number of microservices running within across the sit. Initially created by Google. That's pretty sick. I have never seen that before in my life. I don't do any of the back-end stuff. We actually have a guy on the team for the company who's actually going to be doing all the back-end, like login stuff. I don't know any of that at all. And I think we're going to be using either AWS or we're going to be using something else. gRPC, you can stream data. That's cool. It's pretty awesome. I think we're either using PlayFab or we're using AWS. I'm not really sure. Whichever one is like the better choice. I think PlayFab has an integration in Unity, which makes it even easier. But I'd have to look into that more. I just haven't had time. Okay, so alright, so we are at we have the integers. We need to now take the string and split it. String array temp equals deck cache manager, because these are a bunch of, even though it says they're ints, there's a list of ints. It's not though, is it? It's not a list of ints. I'm screwing this up. Hold on. Hold on. Deck. These are not ints anymore, are they? Because they are... No, they are ints. I just had to print a temporary thing. Okay. Okay. So then a list... So all I have to do here is check against... is the... So I need the index. So int index equals card manager find card index. And it's going to be deck cache manager starting deck ints j dot, there's an int array inside this, right? There's an int list inside this inside this list of ints. There's a list of ints. There's many lists of ints inside this list of ints. Okay, so we need to do here another for loop of deck cache manager instance starting deck ints j dot count. Right? So it's actually going to be fucking confusing. You can use link to get the indexes. I don't understand how link works. What I typically do with link is I like copy this section and I drop it into ChatGPT and go, hey, can I use system.link to make this easier? And they go, yeah, do this. And I go, thanks, ChatGPT. You're the best intern ever. And that's kind of how it works. It's pretty much how I do stuff like that. That's how I figured out sorting. It's like, I ain't got time to figure it. I don't have time to learn link, man. No one has any time to learn link at all. How did you do that 6 months earlier without GPT? Oh, I slammed my head against the wall and Google search. Also, I barely ever used link before GPT. ChatGPT mentioned link one time, and I was like, I forgot about that one. Like, I forgot about that entire library. Like, it works really well if you know how it works. Otherwise, it doesn't work well at all. And it's just frustrating then. Okay, so index J, would this be just JK? Is that how that works? Okay, I need to set an array of lists, right? Temp list equals this guy. This is getting confusing now, right? That's this guy. Now I can do temp list.count, right? For K. And I can do temp list K into card names dot card index finds me a number based on hold on, card so equals find card based on the. How am I getting confused right now? Maybe I should learn it? Yeah, maybe I should. You're right. Will I ever get around to learning it? If there's like a good tutorial for it, maybe. There's like so many things about it that like easier for me to ask somebody that knows it. You know what I mean? I have a couple friends who know Link pretty well. I know we're not talking Zelda Link, although I really want Tears of the Kingdom really bad, but I have not beat Breath of the Wild because the game is, for some reason, too difficult for me because I can never get the controller, like, I'm so used to, where'd my controller go? I wrapped it up. So I'm so used to the, like, the ABXY stuff that they changed them on me. And now, like, I don't ever jump correctly. Like, who binds the top button to jump? Nobody but Nintendo. Nintendo binds the top button to jump. They're ridiculous, that's for sure. Like, not how that should work at all. This is almost there. We are so close. And I promise to show you that I'll show you the game Max Play. I am sorry that this has been this difficult. I have no idea why it's been so hard. We're getting there though. So we grab this temp list, which is this guy, right? It's a list inside a list. So we grab that list. We then run it through a count here. There's a bunch of numbers. We now have the number. Can I put the number in somewhere? Can I do card manager find card? Find card C. Card SO. Alright, we need a new version of it where I can find it by the index number instead. We can use the index to find the card, right? Return all cards index. Like, is that all I have to do? We already have the index number? I think so. Find card, temp list. Okay. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure that these IDs don't exist already. Why am I looking for the card? I already have the number. These are the numbers. Hold on a second. That was dumb for no reason. Okay, so... Starting to hurt my head. Okay. Does... if temp list... Do I even need a for loop here? If temp list dot contains this guy. That equals false. Is that it? Is that the entire freaking thing? We run through. I don't even need to cache this int list. I don't need to do that. I can literally just do, does this list contain that? That's silly to cache that. If it contains it, add as false. If it doesn't, if a card's not owned by it, add as false. Add as false. So wait, are we saying that add should be true by default? So by default, we're adding the card. Right? By default, we're adding the card. If the cards that if this unlock card is not owned, it's still true. However, if it's in the starting deck, if it's in any of the starting decks, then add as false. That might work. And then we're gonna add this if add unlock. That's it, right? That should make it work. We're literally about to find out. We're expecting a train wreck. Okay, the numbers do parse correctly. Cards owned 14. Unlock list 132. Okay, unlock list and unlocked cards are way different. Keith Nicholas, how you doing? Good rhyme if you used link. Silameni any. I don't know what that means. How you doing, bud? It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Select many. Ow. See what you did? See what you did there? Okay. So cards to be unlocked. 118. This is good. This is very good. Now we have an issue here that they are showing up in this unlock screen. Also, this is off by a little. Just the top ones are off. Very odd also. Well, here's the game exploit. Okay, so these shouldn't be showing up at all because they're all from the starter deck. So it shows we do see the starter deck. This is the entire starter deck. Checks out. The cards to be unlocked are 132 minus 14, which is perfect. The unlockables are these normal unlockables. We need to figure out why they're showing up in the collection screen when they shouldn't be. Right? So unlock card. Reserved for unlock. Cards own.count. Okay, so cards owned equals card index. Card reserved -1. This -14. Because now we have a starter deck. Right? Is that right? Might be. Nope. Okay, so it wasn't that. Build collection list. Card unlock list. Cards to be unlocked.add, which we are aware only happens there. Then we need to, after we build that, right? Unlockables, collection object. Initialize collection object. Nope, Fish, what's up, buddy? How you been? Good to see you. Guys, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know. Now we have a Discord just for World of Grimm. The World of Grimm community Discord where everyone who likes World of Grimm can go there and talk about how cool it is. Sorry, I made myself laugh. Talk about how excited they are for it and what they're looking forward to, and also stay up to date with all of the developer stuff. How many 4 cycles in your game? At least 430. At least. Honestly, the 4 cycles should be 444 of them, to be completely fair. If you join this Discord and you're one of the first 100 people, you automatically get invited to beta testing for closed beta, as well as some extra perks as a founding pioneer, which sounds like a good phrase because it is a good phrase. Okay, so unlock next, unlock card. Okay. So what is the right way to do this? What is it? Explain yourself. Ooh, okay, so if we do... So it's not this, it's not the component. Is this happening before this half-second go on happens? It's happening before that? It's happening after it. So get combined profile level, incomplete. For each thing, verify unlockable status. Contains this guy. Alright. And card manager instance, cards owned, card manager, no, and deck cache manager starting inst dot contains the list of lists, right? Okay, okay, all right. So we can bool unlocked true. Okay. I guess it should be false. Okay. Okay. So... if card contains this, okay? If card manager, here comes my dog. Need to go outside. Hold on. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, we back. Okay, so if the deck cache manager, we need to run a for loop through the deck cache manager starting ints, right? And if deck cache manager instance starting ints I dot contains card index. What's a card index selected? Unlocked. It's false. So it does not contain it. Unlocked it is. I'm confused here. Okay. I am getting confused again. Okay. So, starting int contains this. Okay, so it means we need to start this at true. It can only turn off if it needs to be turned off. Okay? If this does not contain, then false. If it does not contain, no, not what I want either. Okay, I want to make sure that my brain is fried for some reason. It's like I've only been up for like an hour and a half, and my brain is still completely empty. Okay, doing too many variables. It's a good thing, but it's a horrible thing at the same time. Okay, so show. But do we need to? So the unlock is true. Starting deck ends contains card index selected. Unlock is false. Is that right? We have a list. These are lists. It's a list here. We're taking this list. Is that thing in there? If it is in there, it's true. We don't want it to be a starting object. What am I trying to do? Okay, can I just undo all this right here? And restart. Okay. The unlocked is a bool, or it's already a bool that exists, not locally, right? It's right here or something. There it is. Okay, I have an idea. It only needs to run. It only needs to pick something, right? It can only pick a card. Index selected. This is our biggest thing right here, right? This number can only exist. Unlocked is true if it does not exist in any of the starting numbers, right? Okay. Okay. If this contains this, if you run a for loop Let's say it exists in card zone, which makes sense. Then we run all of the starting decks. Right? And inside, if the deck cache manager starting deck ends I.contains card index selected. And unlock this false, no matter what. And it exists as a starter. But that shouldn't matter anymore. Like, that needs to pick a new number then, right? Verify unlockable status. Show unlocked card. I think what I don't understand here is why are they showing... Why is it showing all the cards that exist in the starting deck? That's what I think I don't get. Right? It's showing these. But why is it showing the starting deck cards in the unlockable, in this unlock? It might be my biggest thing that I don't entirely understand about it. Not that it, you know, not sitting correctly. It's kind of a problem too, but... Spell index 0. So it's not okay. So there's no index. It's not that. It's not attaching itself to the card index. It's attaching itself to the cards owned. Show unlocked card, cards owned. But it shouldn't be the cards owned. It should be the to unlock card, cards owned. No. It should be in the. Is there a cards unlocked in the card manager? Card unlocked. Public list. Cards unlocked. Okay. When does this number get added? This should be card unlocked. Right? So, if cards unlocked contains it, it's true. And that way we can now we don't have to rely on the cards owned anymore. Because cards unlocked is a separate group. Now I'm feeling it. Now I'm totally getting it. Okay. Now we unlock the card, we show unlocked card. Unlock a card. Unlock this true. Unlock card is that. Unlock this card is true. Unlock card. Cards owned, add. Card manager. Cards not add. Okay, okay. This should be cards unlocked from that one. So I don't need to do that anymore. Right? Okay, cards owned I. Cards unlocked I. Okay. Okay. Is there a reason I'm doing two of these at the same time? I don't know that answer. That should work. Maybe we got this working. That would be cool. It'd be very cool. Looks good. So now what? So now, inside this, I have a bunch of cards that have not unlocked. 118. have a card manager system that has 14 cards owned and 0 cards unlocked. And then I should be able to unlock 1 card. Should then save itself to that, yada 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 yada. Right? So, we then need to save the CCL stuff. The CCL stuff is unlocked is actually these. It's actually both. Okay. Cards owned, I still grabs all of that. It would be 2 different things. Let my dog in, hold on. Okay, we're back. Alright, so save CCL unlocked is going to actually be, we're going to run that. So we'll do string of total cards owned equals this as well. Cards owned, we'll get this information. And then we'll run a for loop for card manager cards unlocked, and we will do the same thing here, cards unlocked. Okay, cool. Then we will save both. Total cards owned, this is going to be unlocked. Okay. This could be CCL unlocked, CCL unlocked, CCL reserved. Oops, 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 oops. CCL owned. CCL owned. Cool. And then we have CCL owned. Okay. It's going to be owned. Cards owned. Cool. We can do if total cards owned is not equal to nothing. Oop, like that. And we can do if unlocked is not equal to nothing. Let me see. Right. So that should reserve them for us. Also, if there are any to reserve. Okay, so loading the CCL unlocked. Unlocked is going to be cards unlocked dot parse. Okay. We can do cards owned as well. If cards, if this guy right there, bring it down. We'll do total cards owned equals get string save owned. And if it's not empty, I didn't realize how difficult this was gonna be. Then we split this. Then we do cards owned dot add parse temp I. We do cards. Suppose this guy. Unlockables. I mean that. It's just the cards owned. Cool. So that should make that quad. Let's play a match and see what happens. You guys get to see a match now. Yay! So far, so good. Good. What's the stuff? Does the stuff load correctly? It would be under here. Go. Cards to be unlocked. 118. Card manager. 14-0. Looks good so far. Play match. Play a match. Can we win with the starting deck? Nightingale Castle. Sweet. Nothing turn 1. Bummer. Okay. Beggar Woman. Okay, the card draw. Alright, so we have Mind Meld. You can drop Pied Piper as well. Play Pied Piper. Get a rat in your hand. Look at the rat, he's so cute. Okay. Card here and a random card to your hand. Okay, so Godmother Toad, or we Frog King. Okay. I think we Godmother Toad here. Frog King did buff her, but didn't buff the fox though. All your one attack. Oh, you can't gain attack power with inside. That makes sense. All makes sense now, doesn't it? Okay. We have Briar Rose. Oh, because of the random card that we got from Mysterious Glade. Okay. Cinderella. I think we play Town Mouse Frog King. Briar Rose is pretty strong. Okay, so we could either go for the... It's so weird that there's some kind of weird thing that stopped you from playing that card. Oh my goodness. I can't. Right now. Really. Call me right now. I'm busy. Don't people know I work? Still don't get it. Let me mumble to myself. Online. Oh no, I ran out of time. Dude, we're gonna lose. Okay. Turn 6. Turn 6, turn 6, turn 6. The most damage possible is going to be Briar Rose 10 and Batford. Win. Did it. Level up is wrong. Nice. That's perfect. Exactly how I wanted it to be. Okay. So now we have unlocked Simpleton. Simpleton is a difficult card. But we have him in the cards unlocked. So let's go back to the main menu. It should have saved. We should have him in our collection, so I can double check that real fast. It loads. Right? Let's see. Card manager. Cards unlocked 0. Dang it! Ow! Shouldn't it have loaded it? Oh, is it only going to load it in here? Simpleton. Okay, so it did load it. It doesn't load it anywhere else. It needs to load that information on Star. Right, so this needs to load here. This needs to load. When it saves it, it needs to save. It needs to add itself. I'm confused. It was like 78 or something, right? was like 78. Card manager. 78 is not in here at all. It does say it's been on. It doesn't say it's even been unlocked on the unlocked list. Now when I'm in here, it does. Right? No, it doesn't. Okay, now it's telling me I've unlocked the card. It's telling me that I have unlocked the card a -1. So, okay, so it shouldn't be a -1 for cards owned. It should be the same number added to both. You just know which ones have been unlocked. So when we get this set as a unlock, we don't want to add this. We want this to be the card index. Card owned I, unlocked I. Card owned I plus 14. Cards owned I. Yeah, plus 14. But now because I did that, it didn't do it right. Right? So now I need to go through here and verify it. If I verify it, unlocked is get selling index. Unlocked card, that's right. Then need to go through and update the display. Something's not unlocking. Not sure I understand what's happening. CCL6. Like, this is showing me correct. Right? I'm getting that. I'm getting good vibes from that. For sure. 32. So the card unlock list is still wrong. We do have a card unlocked here at 78. And it's not pulling the correct number. Unlock equals 78. Has to be doing it somewhere. I'm building the list. Right? Lock the cards. Cards owned is this. Okay. Cards owned dot add -1. Cards unlocked -1. Cards owned I 14. It has to be that. Let me make sure that I can just... Okay. Reserve for unlock. We don't have any cards reserved for unlock. Okay, we had that once. When we load the CCL. Right, so we load the CCL. Are adding a int here. Cards reserved for unlock there. Okay. Cards reserved for unlock. Cards actually unlock. Card index. Right? Cards unlocked add. Parse. Add these. That -1 because I screwed it up. When it should save when we leave. Like, we should also save the CCL if we were to leave that scene for any reason. Let's go into deck. No, fader system. Fader system, and when we fade out the scene, if scene manager, scene management, scene manager dot active scene dot name equals game manager dot collection level save manager save CCL. any point we fade out, save that. So, it's telling me that I can now go here. I'm assuming that the cards I have that are loaded are now showing 14. Okay. I'm going to change to 15. Right? I change you to 78. And leave this screen. Save it. Okay. It will now save this correctly. But why? Okay. Only void load cards to profile. Okay. Okay. So we don't need this one. We need a different version of these two parts. Right? Don't need this guy. We need to save that. We need to grab that information. Load cards to profile needs to exist in card manager. Needs to exist when we load anything. Card unlock list add card owned. Cards owned. Okay, and then we can just save manager. That should work. Should work. Or it might double our numbers. Might screw things up. Holy 43. But why? So okay, so it copied the first group, right? 0 to 13, 14 to 27, has 78 in there, and then 84. Is that even the one we have? It is. What is happening there? Okay, that's new. Okay, so I think we don't need this anymore. I think the loading cards thing does it instead. I'm gonna say I think so. So why are we loading twice? We are completely loading twice. Although we're adding a number 80. Oh, we're skipping a 141 in there for some reason. 45, 7, 19, 120. Two, 16, 40, 15, 84. Right. So we skipped one. It ran twice. It got it the first time, and it thought it was such a good idea, it did it twice. Inside start. We're only supposed to do it once. Right? That's because owned is parsing a double amount. Why? Because it saved it. Gotta be because it saved it. So let's actually go in here and delete our save. What a name. It doesn't cancel everything out. It just should. Zero. Okay. Now we just go like this. Card manager. Card zone 0. Okay, so we still need to preload the initial deck. Right? So in first load, cards own.add is the initial deck. For now. if, no, you know what? Do this. We're gonna bring that into gain initial. Nope. Right, so we gain initial deck after we hit first time load system, on confirm username. Cool. We're gonna get this working. Kills us. Or if it doesn't kill us. Delete, save. Did this give me a starting deck? It might have. It's a possibility that it did. Did it give it to me here? No. Did it? Did it give it to me here? It did give it to me here. So then when we do that, we need to now save those cards. Right? So when you do that, it needs to save. Save cards to profile. Save CCL. Load CCL. Save cards to profile. Save cards to profile is the save CCL part minus the right. Anything that's not collection level based. That stuff. That stuff. Cool. So we can now, after we gain initial deck, oops, cards owned, save manager, save cards. Okay. Then when we unlock a card, we need to save the cards to the file also. So, unlock card. Next card, is that what that is? Unlock card. Click on it. Show unlock card. Unlock card. This guy. Okay. Add this and this. Reserve for unlock. Save CCL. Save cards. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Now, if we have this, we have that happening, and we get the initial deck, then need to also store that as our first deck. So there is an initial deck to play with. Download system there. Gain initial deck. Okay. We can do deck cache, all decks dot add. Going to be deck cache starting deck. Okay. Also set as the active deck. Deck cache active deck equals deck cache. Should be 0. It should work. So we have a starting deck. There's no decks. Go in and delete our save. Okay. Give ourselves a name. Did not update this. However, it is our active deck too. Now, what do you mean? We never added it as saved it. So active deck, deck cache, save manager, save decks. Okay. Need initial deck, active deck, main menu. Update. Nope. Deck. Deck. 0. Should work. Sick. If that works, then that's cool. That's really cool. We almost have these cards unlockable. So close. So close. Basic. Basic. Why is it called basic? Oh, it's called starting deck 1. Even funnier. That is even funnier. It's because this guy, the name basic. Okay. Starter deck 1. Okay. But it is correct, right? We have the deck built. That's awesome. Okay, so now the biggest issue is now we need to only show cards that exist. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be hard. Okay, how do we only show cards that you've unlocked? Collection UI. Collection UI Manager. Okay. Start. Update. Build collection. We build the collection. It all exists at all times. Okay, it's all there. It's always there. We have to go and do object.gameObject set active. Wait, is a game object set active, and it's based on. It is based on if the cards owned dot contains these numbers contains the cards index, right? So we need to get the index first, right? So card index equals object. Is there a get component card? Okay. So get component card. It's actually going to be card manager. Find card index based on this guy. Dot. Is this special object? This is the card data sequencer. Okay. It contains this guy. Or if it does not contain this guy, okay. So if it does not contain that guy, then it needs to be object.setActive based on cards unlocked that contains card index. Else, okay, that might work. So we should only have 14 cards in our collection now, right? No variants, just the cards in our collection. Nope. It didn't work at all, did it? Weird. So, it's not in the cards owned. Set it based on not in cards owned. Set it based on okay. We're gonna have to debug it. I wanna have to debug it. That happens. Okay. Index 0. What is 0? 0 is Frog King. Okay. Does it not contain? Does contain 0, right? Card owned has 0 in it. Yes. So set it based on if it contains it. So that's true. Right? So we're setting it true. Object. Active true. Okay. Next one. One is the giant. It's true also. 2 is the peasant. Also true. 3 is the shoemaker. I believe that's also true. Yeah. 4 is beggar woman. Also true. 5 is corpse bride. Don't have corpse bride in this. I have a 5 in this thing. Right? So it's actually going to go inside here. Will it set it active? Pixel variant of corpse bride. Really? Why not the regular one first? Why isn't that the regular one first? So the pixel variant of Corpse Bride. Okay, regardless, it doesn't really matter that much. Why did the pixel variant though? I'm so confused there. Anyway, this is going to end up being false. No. Oh. Right? Set active based on cards unlocked. There's no cards unlocked. And it's 6. So Huntsman ends up getting put false. So if I turn this off, are you telling me that there's no variance in here now? Hi kids. Yeah, that's how mornings work. Okay, so it did not work that way I thought it was going to. Is the Huntsman available? Yeah. Weird. Let's see here. Alright. Do a bool show card equals true. Make the card not be visible. Right? So if it's not part of this, show card is going to equal show card So if it's not part of it, so it doesn't contain it, right? If this is this, if it contains it, show card is true. Show card false by default. Right? If it does not, if it's not in the card zone, if it's in cards unlocked, show card is true. But if it is, right? So if it is in card zone, and it contains it, because it is, then show card is true. And then object dot set active, show card. Which should work. Right, we have to make sure that because we're doing the collection display, it has to be a card that's already available. Okay. So all of the cards. Okay, so object.getComponent card dot is checks. Where are the checks at? Where are the checks at? Where are the checks at? Okay. Inspect. Hand active. Okay. Okay. Card unlocked 48 by default. That's the scan, and we have to set that true. Equals show card. This is just this. Unlock for game show card. Okay, so now the collection display. We can do if if c dot card unlocked for game is true, do all of this. Right? All of it, right? That should work. It didn't work. Alright guys, we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure that out next time. Thanks so much for hanging out today, much appreciated. Let's go raid somebody. Oh, it's just me. Where's the screen at? This one. If you're not already part of the Kickstarter, go hit that button over there. If you want to join the World of Grimm Discord, because it's cool. Here's the World of Grimm Discord link. It's the community server. Anyone who wants to talk World of Grimm can be there. Any news about the game will also be available there too. Thanks for being super awesome today. Much appreciated as always. Let's go raid somebody. Who is laughing? Let's go and raid. Alright, well I don't see anybody. So we're gonna go over to Clyde. Clyde is doing a new Bitey of Brackenwood video. He's a super cool dude. I used to watch his Brackenwood stuff as a kid, so it's really cool and full circles to be able to raid him. Here's the raid message, and let's grab it. Let's drop it in his channel. Until next time, guys, I will see you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Catch you later.